Charlie Rich was never easy to label, and he wouldn't have had it any other way. Known as the Silver Fox for his prematurely gray hair and suave, soulful presence, Rich carved out one of the most fascinating genre-blending careers in American music history. At a time when radio, record labels, and audiences preferred their stars neatly sorted, country, rock, soul, or pop, Rich insisted on being all of them at once. It made him hard to market, but impossible to ignore. Born December 14, 1932, in Colt, Arkansas, Charlie Rich grew up immersed in gospel music and blues. His mother was a piano player at church, and by the time he was a teenager, Rich had developed a deep love for music that transcended boundaries. After serving in the U.S. Air Force, he returned home, enrolled in college, and started playing jazz and R&B in clubs around Memphis. It was at Sun Records, yes, the same label that launched Elvis Presley, Jerry Lee Lewis, and Johnny Cash, where Rich began his professional journey. Rich was a natural fit for Sun's eclectic environment. He could write, sing, and play piano with a fluidity that impressed Sam Phillips. But even at Sun, his style puzzled the execs. Too jazzy for pure country, too twangy for R&B, too soulful for rockabilly. And yet he found modest early success with songs like Lonely Weekends and Who Will the Next Fool Be? Tracks that showcased his ability to marry heartache with groove. As the 1960s progressed, Rich jumped from label to label, always chasing that perfect blend of his influences. He worked with RCA, Groove, and Smash Records, trying everything from lush Nashville string arrangements to stripped-down blues numbers. But it wasn't until the 1970s that Rich found both his voice and his audience. His breakout came with Epic Records and producer Billy Sherrill, who helped Rich refine his sound into what would become known as countrypolitan, country music laced with pop polish and emotional sophistication. In 1973, Rich released Behind Closed Doors, and it changed everything. The title track became a #1 hit, followed by the smoldering The Most Beautiful Girl, which topped the country, pop, and adult contemporary charts, a rare feat that proved Rich's wide appeal. His velvety baritone, jazz-inflected piano style, and emotionally charged delivery made him one of the most recognizable voices of the decade. Awards poured in: CMA Male Vocalist of the Year, Entertainer of the Year, and several Grammy nominations. But Charlie Rich was never comfortable in the spotlight. Fame clashed with his introspective nature and perfectionist tendencies. He shunned the glitzy Nashville machine and had little patience for industry politics. This came to a head in 1975 when, while presenting the CMA Award for Entertainer of the Year, Rich famously pulled out a lighter and set fire to the card, announcing John Denver's win. Whether in protest, confusion, or drunken mischief, it became one of the most controversial moments in country music history. Though his popularity waned in the late 1970s and 80s, Rich continued to make music on his own terms. His later albums, while less commercially successful, showcased a deeper, more introspective artist, still pushing the limits of genre and expression. He never stopped playing piano, writing songs, or chasing that elusive perfect sound. Charlie Rich passed away in 1995 at the age of 62, leaving behind a legacy that resists easy classification. He was a piano man, a balladeer, a soul singer, a country crooner. His ability to blend gospel, jazz, blues, and country wasn't just innovative, it was honest. He played what he felt and was never limited to a single style. Today, Charlie Rich stands as a reminder that the best music doesn't always fit in a box. It comes from the gut, the heart, the soul. And with every note he played, Charlie Rich proved that real artistry lives between the lines.